What's going on, guys? Today I got, man, this freaking mask, man. Sometimes I forget I got it on. So, let me start all over again. Alright, today is an exciting day. I seen somebody on OfferUp. He put up basically a bunch of games because he was in need. He had car issues and all that stuff, so he needed the money quick. So he put up about 73 PSP games for about $600. Then he put up a PSP collection, which had about 12 or 13 games plus a PSP for $250. And so, man, my PSP collection is bare bone. I probably only have like 4 or 5 games I've been looking to collect anyways. So it was perfect timing. And so I kind of figured, all right, PSP for $600. That's gonna be hard for him to get rid of, knowing like people on OfferUp, they're gonna probably like offer him like $200 for it and stuff. So I figured I'll give him like, I offered him $700 for the whole thing. That way it's easier to get rid of. You don't gotta keep on dealing with idiots all the time. Because we know how it is, especially if you're a game collector, you just gotta deal with just the idiots out there. And so basically, I offered him that and he agreed. So it was cool. And I felt like pretty much like as one game collector to the other, it's like you're more willing to, sell to another collector. We're kind of more honorable, because like if you are a true game collector and you're selling, you're not gonna like, wait and see who's getting the better offer to you and blah blah blah. It's like you're generally going to honor the first guy that hits you up, and that's what I usually try to do too. So kind of the same thing. So it was kind of mutual. The guy was really cool. We had like good conversation and everything. So I do want to give a shout out to Jacques. I hope I said it right. My French, my proper French isn't that good at pronouncing things, but my dirty French is good. Fuck, shit, asshole, all that shit. But yeah. Anyways, I am running on a time crunch like always. So I always make videos before work. So let's just start it off right now. Oh man, so I got this big ass box. I just got back home literally like 15 minutes ago. So I didn't check everything out yet. So I have this big ass box right here just full of games. And we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna start with the best first, because this is probably gonna be a long video and you guys won't have the patience to watch the end for the best. So let's start with the PSP. PS Vita. So let's go with it. First of all, pretty much I got the PSP. Did I get the charger with that? I don't know if I got the charger with that. But so I got the PSP right here. And it works and everything. I think this one is, let's see. I'm not sure which version this one is. This might be the one that came later, the Slim. So that's funny. It's got a little pump and all that stuff on there. So yeah, it's in decent condition. Like I said, the guy is a collector, and he pretty much collected all these games, and he was in need. So, I try to give him the best offer I could. Kind of put me under now, because I've been trying to flip games and all that stuff and trying to stay above the budget, but it's all right. I love the Vita and the PSP. PSP is one of my favorite handhelds, so I'm glad to have some of these games, which I'm going to show you. Anyways, so yeah, let's start off. So I got the PSP, it works and everything like that. It's in decent condition, and I only have the regular PSP. PS Vita. Damn, man, I'm messing up. I'm so excited, I'm messing up. So this one's a Slim, so I'll add to my collection, because that means I got a fat one and I got a slim one. So it works good, man. It looks good. Let's see if it has any, what's it called? So no memory card. How does the slim one work? Oh, there is a memory card. So if I pull it out, it's going to tell me like the game is an 8 gig. But it's going to tell me oh, you pulled it out, you might mess up the whole system. So I think it says it's an 8 gig, and I never really messed with a PSP Slim before. Damn, I keep saying PSP, PS Vita, dude. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm not that knowledgeable about this particular system. I just started collecting for it. But I got it with the case. It was cool to hook that up. So bam, we got that right there. I don't know if I'm gonna do a running ticker of how much stuff costs or not, because I plan to keep a lot of this stuff. So I want to honor the guy. Eventually, I'm gonna have this stuff right here. So yeah, good looking out, man. We're gonna kick it one of these days. So first game's up that's not with the cover is Madden 13. I guess this came out around the PS Vita. So I'm not a big sports guy. You guys already know that. But I mean, it's a Vita game, so we'll start off with that. Second game I got, so that's what it is. Phantasy Star Online 2. Wow. And this is a Japanese version. So I've never been a Phantasy Star Online player, man. Like, that was a big thing during the Dreamcast, but I never got to play it because my online was weak. I was doing like 56K back in the days when everyone had DSL and all that. So that's good to have. I'm not too familiar with the PS Vita like titles, so it's kind of like a new thing to me. I do know of Hatsune Miku, so that's like one of those Vocaloid games. I never played these games, but they're very popular in Japan. Games up in there with the manual. I was under the impression that you didn't get manuals for the Vita as well, but I think maybe you did. So cool, got that. I always welcome anime games. I'm gonna tell you right now. I always recommend. I always just like them because they hold its value. They're good to look at because the anime art is just that damn good. Fourth game, Army Corps from Hell. So I think this is one of the more common games. Game is in there. Like I said, I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because I'm running on a time crunch. But from what I can see, this is looks like a Dynasty Warriors game or something like that, hack and slash. Made by Square Enix. Was not under my radar because I said like during 2013 or so, like I was not playing games like that. I was actually pretty busy in my life, and I was like moving to Las Vegas at the time, so I was getting my life together. So I didn't really have time to play a lot of games during that time in my life. So, anyways, the fifth game coming up is Tokiden Age of Demons. I have seen this game around before. It's a Koei Tecmo game, so this is more of a Dynasty Warriors type of game. So I like Dynasty Warriors, man. A lot of people don't, but I do. So eventually I'm gonna have to just sit down and play this stuff, man. I got so much games to play, just not enough time. So always wanted the Vita. I mean, I've just recently gotten like another Vita recently, so which I'll probably show you on like a mass pickup video of all the other stuff that I got for the month. So anyway, so I do want to get into it. It's a very nice system, and you probably heard a bunch of other people say it, wasn't as popular out here, but it's very popular in Japan. So pretty much, it's starting to become a more rare item to get right now. So I'm very happy about getting this. So anyways, number 6, we got Soul Sacrifice. Now I think I got this game, but I'm not sure because I think this came out as a limited edition item at one point, and I bought it like that. So it's good to have. I don't think it's of that much value last I checked, but I think there's like a Dark Souls type of game. I'm not sure. It's Sony published. So yeah, I got the game because during the time, I think 2015, that's when I started buying and playing games again. And I was trying to buy up all the collection stuff for Vita, but man, that budget, man, there was just so much games coming out. If I knew, I would have just bought all Vita stuff that was collectible and skipped out on PlayStation 3 because I was more focused on that, and that's where I get a lot of my collector stuff from. So one day I'll do a video on that stuff, but I was more into like the NIS America stuff. So anyways, next game we got up, this game looks like Tenchu, man, but it's called Shinobito 2. Well, Shinobi, so it has something to do with ninjas. So no manual in that one, but that's fine. I'm not really looking for like full sets on these. I just want like a nice Vita collection. And dude told me it took him forever to even get these many games. So I mean, a shout out to you, man. I've never found a Vita game along my run. So this will be like one of my first few Vita game. So I appreciate that. They will be well taken care of. So yeah, it looks like I said, it's a stealth game, right? So it looks like Tenchu, man. Is it made by the Tenchu people? Acquired? Yeah, this is pretty much Tenchu, man. So I don't know about it, but I do love Tenchu. So I want to pick that up and play as well. That's a shame about Tenchu, man. It's like they stopped after what, Tenchu Z or something like that for the 360, and that's one of my favorite games during like PS1 era for stealth. So I wish they could just make another Tenchu just to satisfy me and the rest of the fans that like Tenchu. So I love the game, man. Especially like Tenchu 2 when they let you create the whole map and stuff for you to play. I would love that in another Tenchu game, but let's move on. Or else I can talk for like, this video would be like 10 hours long if I really had my way about it, but you guys are not going to sit here watching my boringness. So let's move on to the next, which is Earth Defense Force 2. I'm very familiar with Earth Defense Force, EDF. Hey look, game's up in there, and it has a receipt. Let's see if he bought the game or not. Let's see. Well, whoever bought this, they spent $29.99 on this thing. It's a shame you can't even find Vita games. It's discontinued at GameStop now. So there's two covers, which is cool. The back one has like more art to it. But yeah, good shit, man. Good shit. EDF is, this one I think they made it more anime-ish, but the first couple EDFs were like budget titles. They looked like B movies, but they were fun games, fun B title games, just like a good B title movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, man. It's a good co-op game. I have most of the Earth Defense Forces, so to have this would actually, you know, make my collection look pretty solid right now. So let's move on to the next game. So we're almost coming to the end of the PS Vitas. Muramasa Rebirth. So I have this game on the Wii. So this is supposed to be like a remaster. Well, not remaster, just, yeah, remaster. HD remaster of the game. So I think this game is starting to be a rare game now in Vita. So I never got to play this game. As far as I know, it almost is like, what's that game on PS? Like Odin Sphere type of style of graphics and gameplay. Those who never played Odin Sphere, that's also on the Vita as well, I believe. But yeah, side scroller, hack and slash, RPG style with nice art, Okami, you know, that type of like 2D, 3D cell type of artwork, and I really enjoy that type of stuff. So good to have. I'm glad, man. Homeboy like bought a lot of these like, you know, Japanese type games, and I love it. You know, you hardly ever find like a nice lot of like RPG titles in Japanese games, because those are actually the really rare titles in most genres. So here's the next game I got, which is Conception 2. Games in there, no manual, but I also own this game too because this was another limited edition one that I bought. So this will be good to add because I can play this one and keep my limited edition. So perfect. Atlas, man, good old Atlas. They do not make much of their games, so freaking amazing, man. So far, what, 3, 6. What else I got? So yeah, I think I got like 11, 12 games so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. I got Fate Excella. So this is a freaking, man, I think I might have this on PlayStation 3. So, no, PlayStation 4, don't I? Is that Vita or PS4? Hold up. Hold up! Let me open this thing up. You'll never see me open this up like that. So, when you got too much games, man, you just forget. So I believe this is the same thing. So I got this sealed, yeah, I bought it for $49 on PS4. So now I got it on Vita. So it's a limited collection of basically the Fate series. Put that away. Oh man, I don't want to mess up my Drakengard 3 right there, man. That's worth a ton right now. So let's open up this. Look at that. It's got the pillowcase or whatever this thing is. Wall scroll, I don't know. Oh man, my man. This is brand new in box, dude. That's crazy. So I don't know if like you know, dude has bought this brand new from store or not, but it's pretty much got everything in there, including this amazing art book. So I never even got to look at mine, so I'll be enjoying some of his artwork later. So, man, I love collector's editions, man, but they should just call it broke-ass editions, because everyone that collects for collector's edition stuff, they're broke as shit. It's like, that's just the truth, you know? And that's why I had to, like, stop, man. I had to stop. It was becoming a sickness, you know? So, I don't remember how I put this back, but I'm going to try the best that I can. Why won't you close? I think I put it in wrong, man. What's going on? So anyways, that's all that for the PS Vita, which is, man, that's a nice little stack, including Fate right here, which I can't close. I don't know why I can't close. I put it back exactly how it would be, plus the PS Vita. I'm sorry if I said PSP the whole time, but we're going to PSP anyways. So let's move on. Let's make it quick. First game that I grabbed, this is a blind grab, I haven't checked anything out yet, would be Dante's Inferno. Now I might have this, like I don't remember my PSP collection, because this is actually a funny thing. I bought a crap ton of PSP games, maybe like 70 to 80 PSP games plus like UMD movies, maybe about 4 or 5 years back from a guy. He was also a collector, and he would like, you know, buy up a bunch of stuff. So it's like in my lost media folder, because I never got to finish the video because my phone like died or whatever, and I was just talking to myself the whole time. I was so fucking mad, man. So maybe I'll show like a third of that video one of these days. But I picked up a bunch of games, which is right up on this shelf. I got most of them still, because like I didn't have that much PSP games. So I might have duplicates on this PSP collection, but from what I saw, I got a lot of games that I don't have on here as well. So whichever I don't, you know, then whichever I do have, then I'll probably like, you know, bundle it up or whatever, do whatever with it. But I plan to keep most of these games. So let's move on. Anyways, Dante's Inferno is the first game. I remember testing this game before it came out on Xbox 360, I believe, at EA, because during the time I was testing a lot of games for EA. So I liked it, man. This was like one of the first almost adult-rated games out there. And, you know, it was giving God of War a run for the money. It's made by Visceral Games, so I think they're the ones that made Dead Space and all that. Solid-ass company. I enjoyed the shit out of the game. I actually bought the game when it came out afterwards, and then beat it again a couple times, so that's how much I liked it. Good game, man. So that's Dante's Inferno. It's pretty much like God of War in hell, basically. First game up. Second game would be, I think I might have this game already. Luckily I got an extra box because this one actually snapped. So this is Final Fantasy Dissidia, and this is the one that came after the first Dissidia. So it's called Dissidia 12 Duodecim. I don't know, man. I can't freaking pronounce these like Latin and French and all these like names out there. But it's in there. It's complete. Like I said, I got to grab my Crisis Core box that I didn't have a game from the last pickup I did back there 5 years ago, and replace it, and I'm good. So I don't know much about these games. I know this is like the brawler of the Final Fantasy series. So definitely want to pick that up and play one of these days. Let's see, another game. Oh shit, this is sealed. So I got Booktown High. I never seen this game before, but it looks like a Leisure Suit Larry or Harry? Leisure Suit Larry game. From the style and all that shit I'm looking at, so I don't know. Looks like you're like some jock or whatever in high school and you're trying to bang all the bitches, so look at the back. Got a redhead, got a brunette, got a goth chick on there or whatever, a blonde. So, I don't know much about the game. It is sealed. I welcome any sealed game. So, bam. Move on to the next. NBA. Oh shit, man. Damn, dude, you hooked me up with some sealed games, man. I did not know. So, good looking out. NBA 09, the inside. This is sealed. If you ask me, I think the PSP like basketball games are probably like more fun. Because I like the arcade like games. So like when they make it to the PSP version, it's more arcadey. So, but I never played the game. Oh shit, I think I paper cut it myself almost. Anyways, next game going forward is it's called Jaconda. I never heard of this game. The Timeless Land. So it looks like an 8-bit wannabe RPG type game. This probably came out like later on in my years because I working at GameStop, and then I don't know, I didn't keep up with the games from PSP at the time. So yeah, it's by Access Idea Factory. These always run low print, like these Idea Factory games. I always wanted to collect, but there was so much games coming that time, I couldn't keep up, man. I was going broke. So good to have. Like I said, it's called Jaconda Timeless Land. Jaconda forever. Japanese Wakanda right there. So let's move on. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I do have a copy of this. This is usually a beefy, insert that you get with the map and all that. So this game looks good. I don't want to I'm not really going to check it because I trust everything is pretty good with a UMD disc. Plus, if you're not careful, then you can bust these UMD discs pretty quick if you're trying to be, quick with it. So we all know what Grand Theft Auto Vice City is. Pretty much a side story of Vice City. Good game. I never got to finish it, but didn't have time. Next game up is NBA 2K12. So 2K series, like I said before, no manual, but it's pretty much the more legit series after Live because they took over, and so that's why you only see 2K series now. All right, next game I remember buying this is Tekken Dark Resurrection, and during the time all my friends were playing Tekken, so I was really trying to get good at this game. So when I had the PSP, this was one of the first couple games I bought to try to get good. So, and this one, man, I like this one because this is actually the arcade version of Tekken 5, whatever, because it has all the extra characters and all that stuff in there. So, and a lot of times, a lot of the PSP releases of fighting games, stuff like that, they would get the full version before PS2 or whatever gets it. So, good shit, man. Like the game, I do have it, so it is extra. All right. And I would also have Grand Theft Auto 3 or Liberty City Story as well. It's another spin-off. Play as Tony. Yeah, I think I did finish this one. I did play this back in high school in class with my friend, and we would just kill each other and run around. So it was cool. This was I think this was probably one of the first of its kind in online gameplay before it became Grand Theft Auto 5 online and all that shit. Because this was actually, for the PSP, it handled the whole freaking island for you to run around and kill each other, kind of. Well, not the whole island, but certain, it kind of portioned it off to a nice area. But this was revolutionary for the time. So they probably built it upon this, I'm not sure. So good multiplayer, man. Next game up is Ace Combat X. Not sure if I have it already, but I've never been an Ace Combat fan. I always thought it was made by Konami, but it's made by Bandai. Complete in box. I'm not a flight simulator guy, so I think the games probably give me a headache. So I'm gonna try playing Tom Clancy's Hawks back in the days, and whoo, can't do it. I can't do VR. I can't do headache-inducing games. It messes me up, man. So next game is Tom Clancy's End War. So speaking of Tom Clancy's Hawks, this came around the same time as Hawks End War. This is supposed to be hey, what the hell? So End War on 360 had like good ass graphics, but when I'm looking at this one, this is supposed to be like Tom Clancy's version of like Command and Conquer and stuff like that. So I'm looking at the back. They actually made the graphics look kind of like Command and Conquer 2D top view type stuff. So I believe this one, when they came out with the first one, well, not the first one, but the one on 360 and all that stuff, PS3. This, like, you could like use a microphone to tell like the units and stuff to go places. So I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is like a totally different build of the original Tom Clancy's anyway. And I like that. I like that 2D Command and Conquer StarCraft type game. I do like to pick up a lot of those games. So cool, good to have. It's in good ass condition too, like brand new. So another game that looks brand new right here is Warriors of the Last Empire, made by UFO Games. UFO would come out with some random ass games, and like some of them are kind of rare. So this is one of them, but like no one would know about it because like they just came out and hit the shelves, and no one really promoted this stuff. So, but they generally create like a lot of like RPG games and, you know, Boy and the Blob type of games. So it's pretty cool. Good have, because I don't have this one. Here it is. I always watch this like on Metal Jesus and all that stuff, and he talks about this game. Alien Syndrome, made by Sega. So pretty much this is supposed to be like Contra 3D. I heard it's like spiritual successor type of stuff, but good ass condition. I might have this game, but I'm not sure. So I do want this on the Wii though. But I welcome it, man. Like I said, it's in good ass condition, dude. You don't ever find like PSP games in good condition like this. I'm telling you, this is a really nice collection I got, and I gotta give it to my man. So, anyways, next up, Prince of Persia Revelations. Bam, right there, right there. So, it flew out, but it's still in good condition. Sometimes these boxes, they lose their grips, so you gotta kind of like bend them back and then it'll fit. But who doesn't know Prince of Persia? It's pretty much like, it's not a port, it's like its own game, but you know, it's in the same engine. So I've never really beat a lot of the Prince of Persias, although I have beat like the later twos. It's a shame they don't make anymore. And I did really like the one that came out in like 2008, I believe. The one where you got like a girl that hooks you up and helps you fly and all that stuff. That was pretty cool. I like the dialogue in the game plus the art. So some people didn't like it though. Anyways, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Got that. I remember like everyone complained about how shitty the movie was, but the game that came out in 360 was actually good, and I actually beat the shit out of that game. So I don't know how this version would be, if it plays the same or whatnot. But I don't know, I'll probably check it out, see if it's the same. Is it mature? See, the other one was very mature, so this one's more teen. But good to have. I don't have the game. Man, I remember like they had released a bootleg of this movie, and like somebody leaked it from the studio. This is back in 2009, and like so my friend was watching it, and literally like, you know, it was a green screen scenes in there. Like Hugh Jackman was like holding on to like 3 butter knives in his hand, and you could tell it was hilarious. It was funny, man. I wonder if that copy's still circulating. It's probably sitting in somebody's garage, bootleg pile garage, but it's funny, man. That's the way to watch it if you want a good laugh. So anyways, next game up. I think I have this game already. Deadhead Fred. Red Dead Redemption Fred. Whatever it is. Obviously, it's like, reminds me of Stubbs the Zombie. You're playing as some, you know, zombie character. Classic tale of murder, corruption, revenge, interchangeable heads. Maybe changing, yeah, you swap the heads to get different powers, looks like. But you know, looks like you're running around, beat 'em up, / platform game, solve puzzles, blah, blah, blah. We've seen that all the time. Jak and Daxter, you know. So, next game. Greatest hits. So I got Chains Olympus already, but you know me, can't mess with that greatest hits, man. The box doesn't even close either, but otherwise in good condition. We all know God of War, so I don't need to say much about it. All the games were pretty much solid games in the series, so you can never really do that wrong with God of War. Nice beat 'em up hack and slash. If you wasn't gangster enough to play Ninja Gaiden like me, man, then you play God of War because it was easier. Or Devil May Cry was a direct competitor to God of War. So like I remember I used to have these kids that come in to my game store and they would argue on who's better, Devil May Cry or God of War. It would be funny. It'd be hilarious. But yeah, I guess I'm more the Devil May Cry type. I like my stylish kills, but I do like Ninja Gaiden better. So let's move on. Alright. Next game up is, how much time we got? 4:47. Okay. NBA Street Showdown. This looks just like the NBA Street on PS2. So I don't know if there's anything different about it. I mean, it says there's like LAN party or wireless party plays and stuff. So you can play with your friends and stuff with it. I like NBA Street. You know, I think I started off with NBA. Like the first few basketball games I played was NBA Street, and it was fun, man. It was fun. I remember one of them even had my hometown court in there, so that made it even better. So, bam. Wouldn't mind checking that out. Street's the shit, man. It's sad what they did to that company. So, anyways, next up, another greatest hits, man. You know me and my greatest hits is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. I think I stopped playing SmackDown since Here Comes the Pain. So, most of the other SmackDowns, man, I don't know, they kind of turned me off with the stuff. Like, they never improved the graphics. It was always just the same shit every year. So it was your Madden of pretty much THQ, you know. So comes out with one every year, nothing really changes. Some games have better customizations, but they're generally the same. Matter of fact, the last game I did play was Raw 1 or Raw 2 on OG Xbox, and then that was it. I haven't played anything after that. So, and you really got to play with friends in this game, and you know that's time I stopped playing with people. No more couch co-op stuff. So it's not the same, man. You know what I mean? Anyways, spent too much time on this SmackDown. Mortal Kombat Unchained. So this was a weird game because this game had like puzzles in it. But it's a Mortal Kombat game, but later on it'll even tell you like there's chess combat and like Tetris type of stuff on there, or puzzle fighter type of gameplay in there. So it was weird, you know? But I mean, because PSP was such a puzzle-based type game where you get a lot of puzzles in there, I think they just have to capitalize on that, put that in, you know. Plus, you couldn't fit a lot of content in the PSP UMD, so they had to like make it more concise. Just put like more mini games and stuff like that instead. So like for some games, I actually have to fit a bunch of stuff in the game. I give it to them because there really wasn't that much stuff you can put on a PSP. So let's move on. All right, Gladiator Begins is the next game. I couldn't tell you jack squat about this game. I'd never seen this game before. It's made by Axis, so you know, publisher of your what's it called, Guilty Gear and all that stuff. So, but it doesn't look like it plays like that. It looks like a Dynasty Warrior to me, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look that good to me. Matter of fact, it's called Gladiator Begins. So was there a Gladiator game after that? I'm not sure. Next up is Rengoku. I always seen this game. I don't think that this game actually did well. It's always on the shelves. It was always in the bargain bin. I always thought the game was kind of crazy though, because like, you know, this dude in the front cover, like a Japanese demon, man, look like an Oni. So I'm not sure what you do in this game, but I don't know. I think I have it as well, but why not? PSP. All right, let's do the next game. Here we go. Guilty Gear Judgment, man. That's what we got. I was never a big fan of Guilty Gear because I sucked at it, the game was hard to learn controls and all that stuff. Maybe I'm just so used to King of Fighters and Street Fighter that this was like just too different for me. For some people, they play it the same way, but I thought it was just, there was so much in this game that I didn't understand, like all the extra life bars and all that stuff. It was just hard for me to get, but I welcome it. I do like my fighting games, even though I suck. So next out is Flat Out Head On. So pretty much it's like a Destruction Derby / Burnout type of game. So I've never really been into I never just got to experience Burnout in those games the way I want to, so I can't say much about it. So we'll move on. Here it is, Warriors Orochi 2. I don't know how they fit all that stuff in this game, man. Now I'm not sure if it plays like the ones on, PS2, 360 and all that, but I beat the shit out of this game on 360. And it's a grind, man. Straight up grind. Especially Warriors Orochi 3, man. I grinded the hell out of the game, and I still haven't gotten all the achievements yet. So, it's like your Dynasty Warrior game, hack and slash, blah, blah, blah. I do love those games, man, but they take time. So I think I might have this game. Yeah, I have this game already, because I was trying to collect all the Capcom games for PSP. So this is Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. So pretty much this is like a port of Street Fighter Alpha 3, which is the game that a lot of people missed out on. So, it's good to get a copy of this, even though they just made this game like a million times. I don't know. I played it. I was not into a lot of the Street Fighter Alphas right after Alpha 2. I felt like this one was just played kind of stiff for me. Street Fighter Alpha 2 for me is probably one of the best Street Fighter games in general. That's my opinion though. Some of you guys might like Street Fighter 5 or 4, I don't know. 4 was alright, but Street Fighter Alpha 3, that was my shit. Alright, no, Alpha 2, I mean. Anyways, next up. I got this game, unfortunately. Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. So, what can I say? I don't like Final Fantasy Tactics. Some people do. Maybe there's a storyline for them, but I don't like tactics games, Like, I like to be engaged, and I don't like waiting for, all this stuff to happen before, and you got a plan and all that. It was good for the time, but it didn't stand up to the test of time when you think about tactics type games, So, anyways, next game up, I do got Lunar, but it's sealed. It was one of the main games I wanted. But I do want to play this because back in the days, I was too poor for a regular Lunar game on PS2. Although I have it, but I kind of shrink wrapped it. It's not brand new, but it has been shrink wrapped, and I never wanted to open it after that. So good to have, man. And man, I don't think they made the second one, did they? I'm not sure. So they made like the first one, but I don't think they made the second one. I could be wrong. So, anyways, next up. Hell yeah. Mega Man Maverick Hunter. I've been wanting this, man, because I got powered up and I don't have this one. Now I've seen like the double pack where it comes with both. I don't know which one's more rare than the other. Maverick Hunter is like, man, that's some rare stuff right there. So glad to have this game. This would complete my Mega Man collection pretty much for PSP. Although I've never been like that big onto Mega Man because like those games kicked my ass hard. So, all right, next game, Practical Intelligence Quotient. I have this game as well. This game reminds me of the Intelligent Cube from PS1, and which was just a weird ass game. So it's a puzzle game. You're like, moving puzzles around, running away from it, blah blah blah. It's a bargain type of game, but it's a PSP game. I think I got this one as well, Dynasty Warriors. I was disappointed in this game because I thought I was going to be playing like Dynasty Warriors style, just running around the map hack and slash, but obviously they didn't have the data to put in like that, or maybe they were lazy, I don't know. So this was like a scenario type game where you would like hack and slash for a moment, then it would move to like some story crap, and I didn't like it, man. I did not like it. So Probably the worst Dynasty Warriors in the series, if you ask me. Hell yeah, I welcome this game right here. Bust a Move Deluxe. So, I knew this game was light. I knew it wasn't in there because it felt too light, man. So, damn. Maybe I'll just buy one and put it in there. I don't know. Or maybe you still got it at home. I'm gonna hit you up about that. All right. So, can't say nothing about Bust a Move, but I got all the Bust a Moves for like PS2 and all that stuff. You know, back in the days, you'd be like, oh man, gotta get that Bust a Move, man. The girls, they love that game. You know, that's right there. Like, get all the women with that shit. And that's what they told people back then. Because back then, like, not much girls play games, you know? And then, like, they would only play, like, puzzle games, like Bust a Move and, you know, what else? I don't even know what else they played, but that was the main game they liked. DDR or something like that. All right, next game I got is Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. At that time, Soul Calibur was just pumping out games left and right. So they made one for the Wii, they made one for this, which was like called Legends or whatever. So, hey, what the fuck? Kratos is in this one, dude. Oh, is this the one that they put Kratos in, or was there another one? Because they were talking about that forever. So this one kind of slid under my radar. I don't know much about it. It is complete, but I'm happy to have it. We all know how Soul Calibur is, you know. That was another game, like it played like a lot like Tekken, so which was fun. Like some people even had same moves as Tekken characters like Yoshimitsu and stuff, but I'm glad I got it. All right. Infected. I don't know nothing about this game. I always seen this on the bargain bin as well. But what is this? It's 4 players. I guess it's like House of the Dead type of play. I don't know. But it is a zombie game. And I think this was like, man, it's like one of the first games that came out. So it's been around, man. It's been around. It's a pretty common game. All right, let's keep going. Need for Speed Carbon Own the City. I don't believe the Need for Speed games played the same. It's in there. As far as like the PS2 and 360 counterparts, but I enjoyed the Carbon, not as much as I enjoyed Most Wanted, but this was still fun because like they was really like putting drift into this game. You can use the NOS and stuff and get an extra slide, so it was fun. So good shit. All right, Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe. I think I got this game as well from the last haul. It's a Sony-made game. Everything's in there. I don't know what this game's about though. Co-op game. I don't know. Can't tell you what it is because it looks like one of those like, you know, like pixel games, like 8-bit, 16-bit games or whatever. Build towers. Oh, it's like a tower defense game. Okay, I like those. So good to have. All right. Well, I have it already, but you know, still good to have. Ape Escape on the Loose. I've never played those games before. I don't know anything about these games. They just remind me of a bootleg Mario Donkey Kong type game. I don't know. So, a bunch of mini games in there like ping pong, boxing and stuff. But I can't tell you much about it, man. Well, I got like the free downloads from Xbox Live. So, yeah. All right. Let's do this. What the hell? It's tape. Let me remove the tape. Anyways, I got Rainbow Six Vegas. So, Rainbow Six Vegas. What the hell? It's in there, but it's taped on all 4 sides, and I don't got time to move that. So, I don't know how this one plays. I played the one for Xbox, and if it's the same thing, it's pretty much just one of those, was it third person? Yeah, third person shooters that came out. I think it's like when Call of Duty was coming out and stuff like that. Tom Clancy was trying to come out with a competitive game. So it actually was a decent game. It was a decent game. It was like the graphics was hella good at the time. Now you go back and play it. I think I might have said it before, but it looks like shit. Looks like somebody put Vaseline on your TV now. But it was one of the best looking games when it first came out because like everything looks so polished. But that's what time does to a lot of games, you know. All right, let's do this. B-Boy. I think I got this game as well. It's a breakdancing game. It's like I think it's like a DDR type of game. Rhythm, movement. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know how to play game plays, man. You just breakdancing all day. That was a thing back in the days too. The B-Boys. Some break boys. Anyways, this is what I needed. Midway Arcade Treasures. So I don't have any of these games. And everything's in there. Hey, I got Mortal Kombat up in there. Cool. So yeah, it's got like Rampage. This is what I would play. I like the old school stuff. It's got a bunch of like Mortal Kombat, Rampage, Joust, Spy Hunter, the old school version. So I like these compilations of games. Those are always welcome in my library. So it's good to have. Next up, we got Crazy Taxi Fare Wars. I think I might have got this game as well. So this came out when Crazy Taxi wasn't like that popular. So no one really even like knew about this. But you know, it's a Crazy Taxi game. All the Crazy Taxis pretty much play the same, so can't say much about them. But anyways, let's move on. We got a few games to cover. Got TMNT. Everything's in there. This was supposed to be one of the easy ass TMNT games. I remember. Like I got this for 360 just for the easy achievement, so you got to beat the game. But it wasn't a bad game. You know, it was a beat 'em up game like any other. I didn't really have much complaints about it. Maybe it was too easy, I don't know. Alright. Let's do next game. We got Tenchu Shadow Assassin. This was another game that I wanted, man. Woo, everything's in there. I never got to play this Tenchu game. I think I might have all the Tenchu games now. Wait, I don't got the one on Wii, right? Or is it the same one? I think it's the same one. So hell yeah. It's like the last good Tenchu game that came out, I think. So, good shit. Tell you I love that Tenchu, man. Ricky Maru. Alright. I think we're getting to some of the good stuff here. So, what do we got? Let's take one of these good stuff up. I got the holy grail of the whole collection. Silent Hill. Shattered Memories. It better be up in there. Alright, cool. It's in there. This is where the money's at. Silent Hill. I'm so freaking mad. I got all the Silent Hill games for PS2, and I like just pussied out and didn't buy the freaking Silent Hill for, you know, PS2 because it was like I was waiting on it to go down in price. It never dropped. Now it just keeps going up and up and up. So at least I got it for PSP. So what can I say? Can't complain about that. I'm happy about that, man. Thank you. But let's move on. This Silent Hill was actually different because like it was a remake of the Silent Hill Part 1, but it was like a different take on it. So you can't like use weapons or nothing like that. You only can run away and use a flashlight. So it's kind of weird. Like some people liked it, some people didn't, but I thought it was all right. The hell? I got another Ape Escape game. So, you know, sometimes you get duplicates as a collector and stuff like that. Can't get rid of it or whatever. But it's all right. Did I get this game as well? I got Heat Seeker right here. I don't think I got that one. Okay, nope. But it was Ace Combat that I got. But it's another Ace Combat type of game. So I'm not really interested in these. Instruction manuals in there and everything. All good. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I have this game, so it'll be in my collection. Alright. Let's keep going. Keep on going. What else? I got I remember this thing. The Media Manager. I didn't see the point in this thing, man. Like it's supposed to like help you get songs out of CDs and put it into your PSP. But we all knew how to do that on the side without this thing, so I mean I haven't seen this in forever, so it's just funny looking at this. I thought this thing got lost in time, but it's here. Yeah, because if I was at the thrift store, I probably wouldn't pick it up because, like, you know, it's not a UMD. So, but whatever. Oh, I got this game because I was collecting like every single NIS America game. So Dragoneer's Aria, I don't know. It's an RPG game. I think it's starting to get a little rare now. But I got this game like sealed, man. Cause like I said, I bought a lot of like PSP RPGs and I never opened them. And I was collecting the hell out of NIS America games, so maybe open the copy I can actually play, you know. But good stuff. Here it is. I thought that was the movie for a second. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Man, that game was so whack. Working. I mean, well, not the game. I never played the game. The movie was so whack, man. You know, everyone was disappointed in that. Like, most of the Alien vs. Predator sucked. And a lot of people didn't even like the first one. I thought the first one was alright. It wasn't like as shitty as some people say it was. But because, you know, most people say that it focused too much on the human faction and stuff like that. But I mean, I thought it was alright. You know, because maybe because I'm a StarCraft fan. And like, I thought Alien vs. Predator 1 was very similar to StarCraft, where like Predators was the Protoss and the Zerg was like, you know, pretty much the aliens, and then you got the human Terran faction, and it was kind of like how, you know, the freaking what's called, the Predators were like hunting the freaking aliens for game, and all that stuff. So it was kind of, it has very similar lore to StarCraft. I wouldn't be surprised if the StarCraft creators like had inspiration, you know, in this. I don't know. So yeah, I can't tell you about the game because I never really played any Predator or Alien game before. All right, I'm running low on time, so next game I got is Rengoku 2. And I was like, man, even the first one didn't do that well, but they made a part 2 anyway, so it was kind of weird. But I think I have this one as well. Can't say much about it, but I haven't gotten too much duplicates though. That's a cool thing about it. I need to do a compare and contrast video or something like that. Anyways, I still got a couple games. Next game I got is The Godfather Mob Wars. I never played the first Godfather. I only played the second one. And I don't know how much difference that the PSP version would be. So I'm pretty sure they cut out a lot of stuff on this one compared to like Xbox 360 and all that. So, but I enjoyed the second Godfather because, you know, you got to do a lot of fun stuff like freaking intimidate people, collect money, and all that stuff. I like that stuff. So, anyways, I think I still got like 10-15 games left, but I'm running low on time. I gotta go work. So I'm gonna continue this video when I get back, and then we'll fast forward to where we end up at. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, back from work, ready to power through this rest of the video, and let's move on. So, next game up is Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. I think I have the first Pursuit Force, I believe. Yeah, I think I got it. And I think this is one of those games where like, it's an action game, but it's kind of like the Wheelman, where you're hijacking vehicles and stuff like that as a cop. You're not hijacking, but you're trying to like stop the freaking enemy or the robbers or whatever. So it's one of those type of games. It's kind of self-explanatory if you look at the cover. It's got the guy like, you know, leaping around and trying to hold on and stuff. So I never got to play the game, always seen it. Let's see. Next game up, Armored Core. Yeah. I don't remember how many Armored Cores came out for PSP, but there's so many Armored Core games, and I've never been a real big mech fan, so I can't tell you much about it. I kind of found the Armored Core series to be kind of dull for me. If there's anything like mech, I like the Xeno series and Virtual On, because, you know, that's a little bit like more faster. With the other one, you know, Xeno series is a good RPG, so I like that more. But yeah, next up, I got a Field Commander. So this game pretty much is I didn't know anything about this game until I watched like Metal Jesus' channel, where he said this was a RTS game. If you look in the back, the game is like top down, and you're controlling units and stuff like that. So because I'm a big RTS fan, I definitely would give it a try. So next up we have Star Wars Lethal Alliance. What's up with all these stickers on here, man? It's gonna be a pain to take out, but yeah, it's supposed to be like a fighter, beat 'em up, or a fighter. I think it's like a beat 'em up version of a Star Wars game. I guess you could say they're all kind of beat 'em ups, but this is more of like I don't know, you're just taking on a bunch of guys running around and stuff like that. Anyways, next up, why does this feel empty? No, it's in there. I don't even think I checked these games. Yeah, they're in there. Anyways, Metal Gear Portable Ops. I think I might have this one though. So, this is supposed to be like a continuation of Snake Eater. I never got to beat Snake Eater, so I don't really know what's going on with that whole series. I don't know if it plays the same as like the PS2 Metal Gears, but I hear a good chunk of the Metal Gear games are actually pretty decent. Another game I wouldn't really care for is Virtual Tennis 3. It's made by Sega, so you know at least Sega does make some decent games. I don't know nothing about it. There's no manual up in there. I always seen this around. It's always in the bargain bin, so obviously it's nothing like that spectacular. Next game up is Crush. So I've seen this game around before too. And maybe, I don't know, I think I suffer from like the Mandela effect nowadays. Cause like there's games I swear I have, and I'm looking at the shelf like, where the fuck is it? You know? And this seems to be one of those games. I don't know what this game is about. Looks like, I don't know, I just see some guy with like a wrecking ball or whatever just rolling shit around. But it's a platformer game. It's another Sega. I'm not sure how good it is. Yeah, I think I was working at the game store and I looked at this so much I thought I owned it. I don't know. Anyways, next up is Capcom's Classic Collection Remix. So I know for a fact I have the Reloaded, or I forgot, Remixed I mean, which is the first edition. This is the second one. So, I don't remember what games are on here. Let's see. Ghosts and Goblins, 1942, 1943, Eco Fighters, King of Dragons, stuff like that. Street Fighter 2. So, I'm not sure. Like, I think the first one's better if you ask me. There was a game on there called Varf, and it's supposed to be like a top-down airplane shooter game. I played like that game back at the laundromat back at home. Like, put so much coins into that. So for them, they released that on the first one, and I like had to get the game just to beat it because I never really got to like beat it. I mean, I did, but that freaking game like reloaded again, and you had to beat it again. So we were running out of quarters, man. We had to jack so much quarters from like our grandma and trade stuff in just to like get it. It was crazy. Anyways, next up is Shadow of Destiny. I'm pretty sure there's a Shadow of Destiny on PS2. So this might be, you know, either a spin-off or prequel, I don't know. Looks like a puzzle game. Kind of a dull but mysterious cover. So it's like, who would even know to buy this game, you know, if they didn't know anything about it. So, but I'm thankful that I have it. Here it is. I do got this game, but it's Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. So this is supposed to be, I believe this is supposed to be either the remake of the first one. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a remake of the first Valkyrie Profile game, which is good because like a lot of people didn't get to play the first one because the game just got so rare, and I think it shot up to like $200 at one point. So I'm not sure how much it is now. Haven't been up on the date, I do like it when they do remake certain games and kind of drops the price of the regular, which I think it went right back up again because it's been so long, you know. So next game is, I did look this up, Chili Con Carnage. I never seen this game before. Looks like kind of like, I don't know, just a crazy shoot 'em up, blow 'em up type of game. Now apparently this game is a rare game. I looked online, like some people wanted like $80 for it. Anywhere from like $50 to $80 depending on condition and, you know, all that other stuff. So never seen the game, but I mean, I guess it's rare, so I'm happy to have it. There's another game that's supposed to be kind of rare, is the Shin Budokai Dragon Ball Z. I never really was a fan of the Budokai games, or rather I just never really played them like that, so I don't know much about them. I know this is like the inspiration for like some of the Naruto games that came out after that, so very similar style of play. Another game up is Tokobot. I do have this game. It's a puzzle game. I never played it, but I own it. So I'm starting to see a couple of duplicates now, but for the most part, most of these the games that I've just shown you guys, I don't have them. So I'm actually happy about that. Another game up. I do have this one though, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I've only played the first Monster Hunter Freedoms, so I never had to play this one. I am a big fan of Monster Hunter. I put so many hours into Monster Hunter World, and I remember the first Monster Hunter game I played was on PS2. Like, my friend got me into it. Had a super steep learning curve, but when you do get into it, it's a fun game. It's basically about just hunting monsters and dragons and dinosaurs and stuff like that, skinning them to make armor and weapons out of, and the harder the bosses are, the better the weapons you get. At the same time, it's better to play with teams because the monsters are just strong. So it's kind of like a Dark Souls, basically. A precursor to Dark Souls. Yep. Next game up is X-Men Legends 2. I got this game on Xbox, PS2. The Xbox version, it looks so crisp when you put it on the HDMI. So, I don't know if it's the same engine or the same game or not. But, I mean, if this thing can hold X-Men Legends, that's amazing for a UMD disc, because that's a pretty big and long game. So, next game up, I actually got 2 copies, which is Steel Horizon. From what I see, this is pretty much like a World War II game, where you get to just either be a bomber pilot or I see like an aircraft carrier on there. I see like a ship, a destroyer boat. So I guess land and sea, right? So you get to like basically fight a war, drop bombs on fools and stuff like that. But it really doesn't look like a good game to me. Here's a game I've never seen before, made by Rockstar. I've never seen this game. It's called Beta Raider. I guess you're kind of like almost like a DJ slash like music maker. So on the back, there's like interfaces back there that shows you like DJ equipment and all that stuff. I don't know how to deal with sound. I'm still working on getting my sound stuff together now. It says Rockstar Games and Timbaland presents Beta Raider. I'm guessing that's Timbaland, although that looks more like will.i.am, Black Eyed Peas, but I don't know. Never would have caught my eye, but I've never even seen the game before, so that was interesting. Another game I got up by Age Tech, which is Fading Shadows. Age Tech made a lot of generic games, like UFO did. So it's kind of like some of these games could be rare, but the only thing is like a lot of the games, they weren't worth that much either way, even if it was rare. Kind of because like they made a lot of shitty games with that. I mean, I know by experience, because I think they made a game called Fighter Maker or Fighter Maker 2 for the PS1. Man, they hyped that game up. They had that on the shelves. It was always up for like $40, man. $34.99 at the least. And so, man, I convinced my dad to buy that for me. But man, that game was a fucking disappointment. I'm so mad about that. I'm still salty about that to this day. But I think I still got a copy up there. So I lost all my trust in Age Tech when they produced a piece of shit like that, man. I'm not even sure if they published it or they produced it. I'm not sure. Next game I got up is Pocket Pool. Now, this is interesting because this is a rated M title for a pool game. Like, come on. There's really, that's uncalled for, man, for a pool game. I mean, I guess there's like females on there. Like, I can see like it says like wins, unlock sexy video and pictures of like hot models and shit. So I'm like, okay, it's a pool game. Pool games are kind of cheap as hell. You could probably play it on your flip phone back in the days and have just as much fun. So we're gonna put some sex on there and sell this shit. And that's what they did. So I never played it, but maybe when I get a new battery for my PSP, I'll check it out, you know, because I want to see. Nah, if I wanted to see that, I'd just jump on some Pornhub or some shit. But anyways, that's probably what they're just catering to the guys and the bullshit. Another game up is Jay-Z produced NBA 2K13. Jay-Z produces basketball games. I guess it has his album in there or something like that. I don't know. So, can't tell you much about any of the NBA games because I don't play them unless it's Street. So, which I think I did get a Street game up in there, right? So yeah. So that should be everything. It's about like 72 games or something like that. 71 or 72. Super happy about just having this, especially the Vita, because I'm just starting to collect for the Vita. Because I recently just stumbled upon a couple of Vita games and stuff like that. Actually, a console and the Vita game, so that's exciting to know that I'm gonna have some new stuff to collect for. Cause it kind of like flew under my radar, the Vita. So I never got to collect for it the way I wanted it to. So now would be the time. Well, it's not really the time because everything's all expensive, but I'm gonna start looking, be more vigilant about Vita games. So it's cool that I got a case with it too for the Vita. So let's see, put all this stuff together, make a wall in front of me, the Great Wall. Oh, so got all that. There's nothing in here, but I don't know, I'll find it. Bam. That. Where's my Vita at? Hold on. I left it up to charge while I was going to work. So, did it charge? Maybe I didn't charge it. I'm not sure. But whatever. Got the Vita with that, with everything. So this is pretty much all that I got right here. Very nice and hefty collection. Cost me some good money though. Cost me a good $700. So I gotta do a lot to flip this to, well, not flip this, but flip some other stuff I got to make back that money margin. But like I said, always happy to collect for PSP, and now the Vita. So look out for more videos of what I get. Hope you like the video, and thank you for watching. If you like what you see, definitely hit that like button, leave some comments. Tell me about some of these games you like. Tell me about some pickups, all that stuff, man. And, you know, subscribe. That way you can see future updates, because I'm always posting something new. Anyways, I will see you later.